Alright, let's go in. Alright, so we're going to concentrate on, this is the solar isolator. So I've got wiring going from there down to the solar charger, which is there on the side there, down there. So what we're going to do is take all this off, run the wire from here to, there's a little pop-out panel there, so I'll show you that. So this is the cable we're going to use, the solar cable. We're going to cut one of these ends off so I can hook that straight into the solar oscillator. So that's the wiring, and then that's the actual cable to from here to up through the roof. So there's the wiring, there's the cables for the solar inverter, the 240 volt inverter right there. So we're going to get this going as well, turn that on, and hopefully run 240 volts if we really need to, like for laptops or just small stuff. No kettles or anything, we're just going to boil water for if we want to make a cuppa. So anyway, here's a connector. There's a connector we're going to use, and I'm going to stick one of these, just a battery one of those. You can get them anywhere, so you can dim that one down. So we're going to stick that underneath as well, so when I get in there I've actually got a light so I can see what I'm doing. So that's probably all we're going to do this time. Might even get this solar controller in here too. Once I get that on there, I can put that solar controller, get that on there and just actually fit that up. So I just got to literally plug that in on there. You've probably seen it on the last videos. And then we can screw that straight up and that will be done there. We'll probably do that as well. Alright, let me get these panels off and then we'll start running the wiring from here through there. Alright, so I did take them off, but then I realised I don't really need to take that off because I've already got my solar pull wire through. So we've got that. So we'll just make some room here. Right. So if we actually get on the bed, I'll show you what goes on here. Hang on, I've got to get on the bed and show you. Alright, so I'm on the bed. So this actually pulls out. If I can actually get at it. There you go. Alright, so there's our access panel. It actually pulls out. So our wiring should be there. So I'm going to pull that out. Got some fuses and stuff, so that's where the wiring is going to go in the roof there. Yeah, so I've pulled that out, and there's the solar panel. So that's the solar panel pull wire there. So I'm going to tape this to the actual solar wire, the proper rated stuff, because this is just twin core 12 volt. So I'll cut that wiring and we'll tape it to that and then we'll pull it through. Alright, so I've got that ready. I'm hoping this will work. Otherwise it's got to get fiddly. I think it's more a matter of just shaking it to get it through there. There you go. There it is. We got it. Wasn't that bad. It definitely helps when you do things, install a pull wire before, so you don't have to pull everything apart. So they're going to go there now, and we'll cut them shortly. Alrighty, I got that unraveled, so we're just gonna get my wire stripper. I think these are double coated too, so there's one there. Might pay to double bear it back a little bit more than I. Oh, there you go. There's that one. Oh, it doesn't want to play the game now, does it? There you go. Right, there you go. So I'm just going to trim that back. Just going to have a little feel and just see. Pull those down. Where are you? There. So I can pull that out. So you probably only want the wiring. I'm going to fold that back on itself. Like that. So it's nice and thick. As you can see, I sort of need the thick wiring there. I'll get my screwdriver. Just bring it over closer so you can see. You can see that. That's how thick. So I got that wiring. Sorry, I'm zoomed a bit too close. So you can see that I've got heaps of, that's why I've doubled it over like that. Sorry for all that moving. So I'm just going to do that now. Make sure it's in tight before I do it. So we're halfway through winter already, so it won't be long before. Oh god, that's tight. Oh. Just gonna double check these one, bottom ones. They're okay. Right. Put that back on there. Push those things up. And we don't want them arcing out on there, so I'm going to push them down. That one's fine like that. I'll probably leave that like that one. And that one there we'll do that. Lovely. Happy with that. So that's in there. So we can now put this back up. Tuck all these back in here. There we go. So that's in. So I'm going to do that up, then we'll head up down there. So there's no wires in behind there. There we go. Alright, well, while we're here, we might as well fit this up as well. Look at them. 4 of them. We'll plug this in, so that's the right way up. So hopefully this cable will fit. Oh, it's just a little bit tight. Give me a little bit tight in there. There we go, just fits. There we go, it just fits. Right, let's zap this little bad boy on. Oh, handy when you drop them. We'll get the bottom on first. The top on. Put that one there that I dropped. Actually, that'll hold it all together nicely too. There we go. Also, I just want to show you this too, for anyone that's going to fit one of these. You can, there's these little screws in here that you can undo. And you can also, I'm just going to lever this out a little bit. So if you want to leave that like that, you can. I'm just trying to pull this out. So you can actually do it that way as well. So that makes it easier, which it sort of does for me. There you go. So you can do that. So you can actually do it that way as well. So I'll plug that back in. So it clicks. Push it in there like that. Then I've got, you get these little screws, these little black screws here. They're only just little brass sort of ones. I'd probably recommend to use a screwdriver. Don't use, that's all you need is a little screw like that. You don't need an impact driver to do them up. So I just want to show you that way of mounting it as well, which is actually easy probably. But if you have to get it the whole thing, I've got to undo all that. So one more screw. So this is the ep39 MT50 remote. And then what we'll do is we've got these little rubber, they're just little rubber thingos that you put in there. Sometimes these annoy me, these little rubber things. Anyway, we'll just put them in there like that. Hopefully we won't have to get that back out again. Well, that one obviously goes the other way. There we go. So now that's actually completely fitted. There we go. I'm going to leave the plastic on now. I like the plastic. I don't like getting stuff on there. Right, we'll go down this end and we'll sort that out. And we'll just cut them and put these joiners on the back. Actually, I'll show you what these are about first. Alright, so I've got these. This is what's going to join the solar through the roof to these. It's just a normal joiner. They're these are really tight. The plastic just fits straight over it. Okay, so it's just more or less a brass joiner. So I'll just undo that. One part of the wire will go in there, and the other part will go in there, and then we just put that over the top, and that actually stops anything arcing out or them two joining. If they touch each other, it doesn't matter. So that's what I'm using. I got these off AliExpress. So it's just an insulated joiner. So I'll probably go the wire for the 2 screws, and then the other wire will go in for the other 2. Then we do them up and push them on. It's easy. So I'm going to do that at the end there. Alright, so I've got those connected there now. So right where, oh, this is hard to do. So I've got them there. We're going to go right above this, right above that in there. We're going to drill a hole on the outside so we can actually get the wiring. Oh, not easy on the bed. Oh. We're going to drill a hole to get this on there. So this would be on the outside on the roof. So we're going to drill a hole right in under there, and then we'll Sigaflex this on, and then that's where the wiring will go in, and then how we join it in there. Right, it's just not user friendly on the bed. It's really horrible to work on the bed and video. Anyway, we've got the wiring to the solar isolator, got that done. So now we're just going to get this Sigaflex on the outside, because it's actually a nice day today. It's been raining flat out. Yeah, look at today. Real nice day today. So it's the first time. So we'll get this on out there. It's the first time it's actually stopped raining. So I'm going to take advantage of today, and we'll drill a hole with a hole saw. And I'll line it up with that little little light. Only has to be 50 mil, I reckon. And then we can run the wiring through here and down and join them up to those. Alright guys, so there is, you want it to be about there. About there. So I'm in 2 minds at the moment. Do we run it on the roof like that? But then you've got sort of hidden away there like that, the wiring and that. Do you run the risk of having water leaking there? Or do we run it around the side? Like have it, the wiring around there? Because you've probably got less chance of it leaking on the side, because water's not going to sit on it. And then we just run some conduit over there and it runs over that. And I can actually cable tie it to that. I'm thinking we're going to drill a hole through the side. We've got timber there and timber up there, so I'm hoping we'll miss it. Oh, we've hit a screw. Oh, there you go. We got a hole. Let's put that down there. Oh, right out. Right. Look at that. Alrighty. That shouldn't structurally affect it at all. So I've hit a screw. That's okay. So that is going there now. There you go. Okay, so I've just put some Sigaflex on there, a good liberal amount. So I'm about to screw this up in the right spot. I'm probably not going to be able to video this. Alright, I'm just going to put that up there. Alright, so I got that. It's going to put this one in there. There's no need to put a hole in it because the Caravan side's so thin. Here we go. So I'm just gonna probably go around and seal that up nice. on the excess around there. Any excess. So it's more than likely not going to leak around the side here now. So I'll just start again around here. Alright, there you go, I've got that sealed. Got that all sealed now. Around there. So when we're ready, we can run the wires from the solar up the top, round the corner down here, and into there. There you go. And then it's aerodynamic that way. So there you go, there's our solar input. Alright, we'll go inside and we'll do the inverter now. Alright, so I've just done this side. I'm just going to show you what you do on this side. So first of all, don't get trapped. You need to put this on first. Before you do anything. Right, so you grab that. These are cable cutters, but I always use them to strip as well. So you just get a little. So I'm using the original cable for the inverter on the positive, but I'm making up the negative because I need a longer one. And if it's going to be longer, it's got to be a little bit thicker to carry the amps. Right, so we make sure we get it all inside, which is not always easy. If you get a few little bits like that, I normally come back and fold them back. That'll be right. So these are crimpers. There's a bit of pressure you've got to put on here. And while you're doing it, you push it into the lug. So there's one. I normally do it all the way along. There we go. Give it a bit of a tug, and if it comes off, you've done it wrong. Right, then I just feed that up to there, so you can actually see what I've done. And then just a little heat gun. Just more like it's like a hairdryer, but it's for heat shrink. There we go. There's our cable. Here's our cable. We'll go fit that up now. I've half installed the positive cable, so we'll go fit this one. I'll try and get you in the spots, and then we'll turn the power on and we'll see if this inverter works. This will be the first time I put the inverter on. Alright, so I've got that one on. I just got to get this one done up. You can't probably see that well. I'm doing that nut up there. You probably can't see. They're pretty dark under the bed. So I'm using a ring spanner. Don't do it up too tight. There we go. So I've got that one to there. That's the original cable. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I'm just going to put the red one. Oh, you can see the isolator. I'm going to put it to that side of it, the red one, and then we'll go over there and do the negative side. Alright guys, I've got the negative hooked up from the inverter to there. That goes to the shunt side of this. We've got the charger running. How full are we? We're 100% just now. And it's putting in 22 amps. Because nothing else is running. This is not turned on. So nothing else is running. So the charger's actually putting in 22 amps at 14.2 volts. Sorry for all the light difference. And it's 100%, should just turn off shortly. You'll see that turn off shortly, and then I'll go get an appliance and we can turn this on and try out the this bloody inverter. I'll go get a 240 volt appliance and we'll be back. Alright, so I've got the heat gun because it's a heat. It should draw 300 watts. So 300 watts on there. So right, so I've got that turned on at the isolator. We hit the button. Shows volts. So we'll plug that up here. And we'll plug this in. This should draw 300 watts, which is a fair bit. And we'll put it on amps, because that'll actually show how many amps, sorry. That'll actually show how many amps. So we got 0.468. We're not drawing anything because nothing's on. So we turn this on. This is, right, we're going battery to 240 volt. Okay, I want him focus. Battery to 240 volt inverter to here 240, this 240 volt appliance. So that's running and it's drawing 27 amps, 27 amps. So there you go. So there you go, that draws that. So I've got this sheet metal, these are my sheet metal shears. I don't know why it's not focusing. Sheet metal shears, Makita. So we'll plug that in. And we'll try that. This is a power tool. Alright. And that's drawing 15 amps. So that draws 15 amps because obviously a heater draws more. So we have got battery power to, oh, it's not liking that at all. I'm going to turn the lights on, I think. I don't know why the phone is doing this. We'll do this. Oh yeah, right, we'll turn some lights on. Maybe it's the problem. So there you go, we got 240 volts now. Very happy with that. That's 18 amps. So I can actually draw. There you go guys, I'm pretty happy with that. I do have the remote. You can remote start, turn the inverter on here. But I need to buy a cord. I need to buy an extension remote cord. It's a phone line from there to there and I don't have one. So there you go. We have 240 volts. How much power we got? 99.5%. So there you go. Alright, and we're drawing 2 amps through the lights. So there you go. Pretty happy. So we won't get the solar going until once it disappears from this area. I'm going to put it out the front. Change that glass at the back. Get a new one. And then we're going to 2-pack paint the outside, then fit the solar panels up. Fit the solar panels. You saw what we did back here. So once we get the solar panels up on the roof, we run the cables into that junction box down in there, and then everything else is wired up, so it should be right. And then just a matter of programming the controller, the solar controller. So there you go. Hope you like that, guys. Very happy. I've got 12 volt and 240 volt in the Caravan now, all self-sufficient, all from that battery, 200 amp hour lithium battery. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm very happy. Shows me the capacitance there, shows me what's coming in and what's going out. This just shows me what everything is using in the Caravan, that amp meter. So there you go. Very happy. So I'll whack this seat back on here, and that'll be the end of it. So I can actually charge my power tools now. I can actually get my charger. Because I'm going to take my rattle gun, my air compressor, impact driver and a drill when we go caravanning, just so I've got some tools. Very handy, especially my rattle gun. I've got an AEG rattle gun for the wheels, so it's going to be very handy that I can actually charge the batteries and have all those tools on board as well. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright guys, hope you like that. That's as far as we got. I think what I'll do next is there's an earth line there on the inverter. That's supposed to go to earth on the Caravan. And then what we'll do is we'll earth the Caravan. I'll just put a stake in the ground and earth it. So when we got 240, if there's ever a short, it goes straight to earth, actually into the ground. Anyway, there you go. We've got that. Solar's all connected up inside, so I'm pretty happy. So there you go. Alright, better let you go. Cheers guys. Sub if you want to sub. Like, hit the like button if you like that. Cheers guys.